Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Things are going so well, I'll be very brief. First, this is a bill that many of us have been familiar with because we were able to get it out of this committee last year with a strong bipartisan vote. We hope to get it to the floor this year. Senator Shaheen and I reintroduced it recently, and we've had a good hearing here in the committee on it. I want to thank Senator Shaheen for all of her hard work on it. It's bipartisan, it's bicameral. There's a lot of interest in the House in this bill. It's targeted to the point earlier about ensuring that we do find more energy but also use less, and it's achievable. This is incentive-based, by the way, has no federal mandates. We'll talk about that in a second with regard to the perfecting amendment that clarifies that. It is now supported, Mr. Chairman, by over 240, in fact 248 as of this morning, companies, entities, including groups who are concerned about efficiency, but also the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, the National Association of Manufacturers, and many others. And basically it leverages energy efficiency investments in the building industrial sectors, of also, though, significantly in the federal government, which is the single largest user of energy in the country and indeed in the world. It requires the federal government to adopt energy savings techniques that are going to save taxpayer dollars. It's fully offset with the amendment that I'm about to offer, utilizing existing energy efficiency authorizations at the Department of Energy. I believe it's accurate to say that the offset is not controversial. It is an offset that is currently at DOE that has been dormant, and we've worked with DOE with regard to this offset and also with all of the stakeholders. If enacted by 2030, energy savings nationwide could equal the equivalent of taking about 37 million homes off the grid and save consumers about $4 billion. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you, and thanks to Senator Murkowski for your strong support of moving this bill forward. Getting it to the floor, we'll have the opportunity there with a manager's amendment and also floor amendments to have a debate on some issues that others might want to bring up, but I would hope that we can get this bill through committee today with the strong support that we've had and the outreach that we've done. I want to thank Senator Coons and Senator Collins, who co-sponsored the legislation today, and of course would encourage other members of the committee to help us with regard to this project, because I do think it's one that is going to make a big difference, and it's one that we can actually get done in a Congress that too often is getting locked up in partisan gridlock. So I would like to offer a perfecting amendment. It's a manager's amendment. This amendment contains offsets, again, as well as some slight revisions to the existing sections of the legislation. One I want to point out quickly is in Title I, we clarify that any model building codes or standards established are voluntary and not binding on a state, local government, or Indian tribe as a matter of federal law. That certainly was our intention, but we wanted to clarify that in response to some concerns that have been raised. And again, it also is accurate to say that the offset is something that we have shared with our stakeholders. I believe it's non-controversial, and it enables us to move forward with this on a no-cost basis. Mr. Chairman, with that, I'd like to offer the amendment to 761.